What's up everyone, welcome back to the vlog. We're finally doing Mustang things again. I know it's been a little bit because a lot of stuff was going on, but we're finally back working on the Mustang. And before I work on the Mustang, I gotta clean the garage up a little bit because it's disgusting. I can't even think straight because there's just so much crap laying around. So I'm gonna get the garage cleaned and then we're gonna start doing some stuff to it. There's just a bunch of little things I gotta do to the Mustang, and it's just a lot of little stuff. They're just little tedious things I gotta get done, because if I don't get it done, I can't start the car. So just little stuff like I gotta put the dipstick in, and I gotta put throttle body spacers on, and I got just a bunch of little stuff. So we're gonna get into that, and we're gonna get right into the video. Let me show you how disgusting the garage is though. So just see, there's just stuff everywhere, literally everywhere. The only thing that actually looks clean is the engine bay. There's 1,000 wires and it still doesn't look that clean. So we're gonna get this all cleaned up. Okay, well the day got away from me because I started cleaning the garage and cleaning the house and mowing, and the day got away with me and I ended up not doing anything with the car. Which is horrible. So I am going to pull off the sending unit from the old engine and at least get that off, so tomorrow I got something to do, because tomorrow we're going to get the whole accessory drive bolted up.
You serious?
Does that ever happen to you? Like you start cleaning something and then you get into it and then you start cleaning other stuff and then you've cleaned everything and now you're tired and the day's gone. I'm going to get that sending unit off and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so all I'm going to do is pull this off of the old engine, and at least I can say I did something. So I'm going to get that off real quick. Alright, so I did accomplish something. Like I said, I got the oil sending unit off of the other block, and so I'll be able to put that on tomorrow. I'm going to hit it with a wire wheel and clean it up a little bit, and then it should be ready to get in the new engine, because it's pretty dirty, but it does its job, so whatever. So yeah, clean it up and call it a day. The other thing I did is I pulled the thermostat housing off, and as you can see, that's disgusting. So I'm going to do the same thing, hit it with a wire wheel, and then maybe clean up the inside a little bit, maybe make it a little bit nicer, because that's nasty. That's really gross. Alright, and the other thing I did is all that stuff I sanded up so I can hit it with a coat of black paint tomorrow and just slap it on the car. So the plan for tomorrow is wake up, go to the doctor, get an MRI, come home, paint that stuff, and then bolt everything that I can on, and pretty much just the accessory drive, and it should work out really well. So that's the plan for tomorrow, and I will see you guys in the morning. Alright, this is the quick detour to Baldwin Park to get my MRI done. We're gonna get over to Kaiser and get this MRI done and get home, and I gotta go to AutoZone and pick up some couple things, and then we're gonna get most of the car or the engine bolted up. I mean, a lot of it. We're gonna get a good majority of it done today. I just got lazy yesterday. So, alright, I will see you guys later. Alright, so I'm back from the doctor's and I went to AutoZone. I got those couple things I was talking about. I got a rust dissolver and I got the gasket for the thermostat housing, so that should be good. I'm gonna mix half water, half the rust dissolver, and get this nasty thermostat housing cleaned up. I mean, it's disgusting. Like, if you look inside, it's just, it's gross. So I'm gonna clean that up and clean up, and then the sending unit. This is a whole nother problem I just found out right when I got home. So the sending unit is, I don't know what the size is, but it is too small. So if you look in my R block, you can see that fitting right there, and that is like way bigger than this. Let's see if I can get a little comparison. So I'm gonna have to get an adapter brass fitting from AutoZone and do that before I can put the sending unit on. I read a little bit online right when I saw it, and they say you can put it in the back, but for the turbo, I know On3 taps into this somehow, the little feed or the little adapter length fitting. So I'm just gonna get that adapter from AutoZone and go for it that way, and that should be good. But I'm gonna hit this up with a wire wheel because it's nasty looking. So those are the problems I've seen so far that I can fix. So that part's good. So the other thing I'm gonna do is paint the pulley in that one bracket. I'm gonna paint it black and just make it look a little bit nicer because they're pretty beat up. So I'm gonna paint that guy, that pulley, and then that bracket, and they should come out really well when I'm done with it all. So that's what I gotta do right now, and when you see me, everything will be cleaned up. All right, so I'm back, and I was able to get quite a bit done during that time where you didn't see me. So I got everything painted, and check it out, it looks really good. So this is all painted now, and it came out perfect, so it's ready to be bolted onto the car. So that's probably one of the next things I'm gonna do is bolt that on, but I ran into more problems, like usual. I mean, we always run into problems, and they're stupid problems too. So, I got the dipstick in the car, and God, I don't know if I'll ever buy Milodon products ever again, because I was threading it in, and like it felt like it was cross-threading the whole time, and it felt like it was cross-threading, and I kept backing it out, and then there's like metal everywhere, and screwing dipstick is stupid, but it was fine. I just kept threading a little bit, and then pulling it out, and then pulling all the debris out of it, and all the little metal shavings, which is, it was horrible. So that was a pain in the butt, took me forever. And the washer that goes inside of, like between the dipstick and the oil pan, it was too big, so I had to file it down so it would drop in, and that was annoying. It was just a nightmare. So then I was underneath the car, and I ended up putting the hooking the clutch cable up, and then I hooked up the speedo sensor, and I hooked up the last plug on the transmission. I don't remember the name of it. And then I tested out the clutch, and the clutch is nice and soft. I mean, for a 700 horsepower clutch, it feels really good. So I'm very excited about that part. And so now we're here. Well, here, look at the dipstick. Look, dipstick came out good. So I didn't actually hook it up. I'm gonna pull one of the header bolts out and put it in, but that's the dipstick, and it sits between the headers. It'll the little flange right there will actually hook up to one of the header bolts, and then I'll be able to pull it out. So it looks nice. It's a nice piece. It's just the thread sucked, and it made me crazy. And so now we'll get to that one problem with the sending unit I told you guys about, and I still haven't gone to AutoZone to do that, but I cleaned up the sending unit, and it looks awesome. So that'll look good to go back on the car. So the last problem, this stupid problem. So these guys go into my water pump, and I was trying to thread it into the water pump, so I threaded it in a little ways, and it got tight. So I was like, okay, that's weird. So then I took my my tap, and I got my tap and die set and tapped the threads, and it was fine. It fit perfect. So I was like, okay, that's not it. So I put it in. I was figured, okay, it's like the Milodon pan. It just needs a little bit, and then back it out a little bit, and back it out. So I went to put it in a little bit, and then it was stuck, and I pulled it out, and the first thread on this thing popped off. If you can see that. I don't know if you can, but so the first thread popped off of the water pump. So this thread right there, the very first one, it just popped off. So it'll thread in, because I threaded the other one in, the good one, and it threaded in, and it was fine. I just got to figure out how to get the metal out of these threads, because these threads are fine too. It's just, why is everything threading so bad? What's up? Why can't people make a thread? For goodness sake, is it really that hard? Everything like lately is just not threading correctly. It's making me crazy. So I think I'm gonna make a run to AutoZone and get that that adapter that I was talking to you about for the oil sending unit, and then maybe like get a pick and pick that little bit of metal out of the thread, and hopefully I can figure out what's going on, man. I didn't have to do that tonight, but I wanted to, just because. And why can't things just work? Oh, and the other thing is, I couldn't get that plug out of the side of the engine block because it's like a weird Allen wrench. It's like a 9mm. I have a 10 and an 8, but I don't have a 9. It's like, it's like, why though? So, like I said, I'm going out to some, see you guys after that. Okay, so I'm done for the night. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to just because I ran into so many stupid problems. And then I made problems for myself that didn't exist, which is just so annoying sometimes. It wasn't the most productive night. I did figure a lot of things out for myself though, so that part was good. Let me show you what I got done. Alright, so I got the AC bracket on the car, and that was fairly simple, it wasn't too hard. And then I got the harmonic balancer pulley on the car. That wasn't bad. So after I figured out that I was a dork and those fittings were correct, I put the Teflon tape on and I put them on, and that worked out pretty easily. Oh, and then I got the timing tape on. I got the Jegs yellow timing tape on my top dead center mark. Let's see if it'll focus on it. And so that was pretty easy. So next weekend, hopefully I can get all the accessory drive mounted up and get that squared away. Oh, I wanted to show you. So I let the thermostat housing sit in that concoction I had all day long, and it looks really good. So let's just take a look. Look how dirty that is. It's water-based. It's okay. Oh, it stings though. All right. So if you look at it, no more rust. Ah, it's dark. It's hard to see, but no rust at all. It looks really good. So I'm gonna leave it in there all night, then scrub it off tomorrow and make sure it's clean. So that came out really good. Drop it back in the food. Ooh, that was a fun noise. Okay. That's all we got done today. It wasn't a whole lot, but at least I figured some things out and I got some stuff done. I mean, driving down to Baldwin Park's about an hour and 15 minutes from my house. So that was a long drive to get there, and then the whole ordeal going to town or going to Palmdale and then coming back. I live 20 minutes away, so I had to do 20-minute drive there, 20-minute drive back before everything closed. Oh, and I still didn't even get the right thing for the oil sending unit. And so remember, I had to take that plug out for the oil sending unit. So I bought the wrong plug. First off, the problem is that it uses an Allen wrench that I didn't have to get the plug out of the engine, and so I couldn't pull the plug out. And everything online was different. I couldn't find the right fitting size. So I just took a guess when I got to Lowe's, and it was the wrong guess. But once I got it out, it's a 1/2 inch. For anybody that runs an R302 block, for the oil sending unit spot, it's a 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. Wait, yeah, 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. And I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. Reducer fitting that you got to use the stock oil sending unit to work. And I thought it was 3/8 to 1/4 inch. That is wrong. And so I gotta bring that back and then get the right one and pop that in. So that was another setback that I gotta get the engine started up before I have surgery, and the surgery is like second week of October. So the first weekend in October, I'm gonna have this thing started up and rocking and rolling and driving around. So get ready for that. But after all my rambling that you guys have gone through, it is finally the end of the video, and thanks for sticking around. I know it wasn't that productive, but at least I got some stuff done. It was more of a headache today. Like I felt like I kept running into problems and I didn't get anything done, but at least I got something done, and I guess that's all you can do sometimes. So next video I get out is getting almost everything put together on the engine bay, and then the video after that should be all the fuel stuff, and the video after that should be starting her up. So we're really close, like just a couple more weeks and this thing will be started up, and it'll be great. That's the end of the video tonight, guys. Thanks again for sticking around. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the support tremendously. It helps me a ton, motivates me a ton, and I'm just happy to have some good stuff to put out for you guys. So thanks again for sticking around and watching, and if you made it this far, please leave a like, please leave a subscribe, and on that, I'll catch you guys on the next video. I got my Starbucks, and you know what? I'm not gonna put that in. I can't let these people know that I like Starbucks. I drink my coffee black. Oh, man.
14, dude.